HP Spectre 13 2017 review. A killer laptop, now touch-friendly. There weren't many downsides to last year's HP Spectre 13. HP made a competent and uniquely stylish notebook that provided a lot of power, connectivity, and battery life in a thin and light shell. But HP had bigger plans for the Spectre line, and, after a bit more self-editing, the company has developed the 2017 Spectre 13 notebook. On the surface, this seems like a relatively minor spec update with 8th generation Intel Kaby Lake processors inside, in place of the 7th generation CPUs in the previous model. However, the new Spectre 13 offers more than just a spec jump. HP figured out how to shrink the device's footprint while adding more power and features without removing anything crucial from original's blueprint. The new Spectre 13 isn't radically different from the original that came out last year, but it looks and feels like a very different laptop. The framework is nearly the same as the original, though, a 13.3-inch display held up by C-shaped metallic hinges that are attached to a CNC aluminium and carbon fiber chassis. HP refined the design to be more angular than the original device and with a smaller footprint. The corners on the new Spectre 13 are noticeably sharper, yet still rounded, and the chassis edges have an elegant slant. Ours had the ceramic white and gold model to review, and it's a bright, upscale change of pace for HP. The new Spectre 13 comes in the company's traditional dark ash and copper colorway, but the ceramic white truly makes our statement. HP used an advanced electrode deposition coating to fuse metal and paint to create a matte white finish on the chassis and lid. It's smooth to the touch, doesn't capture fingerprints much, and is somewhat reminiscent of the new Google Pixel Books aesthetic. However, where Google went subdued, HP went stylish. The soft gold accents make the entire laptop look chic without being garish. The Spectre 13 is nearly identical in dimensions to its predecessor, measuring 12.79 x 9.01 x 0.4 inches, but HP did shave a tiny bit off its length and width. That's commendable considering the updated model has quad-core, 8th generation Intel CPUs, compared to the dual-core 7th generation processors in the previous Spectre 13. The laptop's weight has increased ever so slightly to 2.45 pounds from 2.43 pounds, which HP made a point to mention is about the equivalent weight of a 0.2 pencil. The new Spectre 13 is still a super thin, super light laptop that, even when refined, doesn't take up much space on your lap or on your desk. HP also managed to slim down the Spectre 13, even after adding a touchscreen panel, an option that wasn't offered in the original. You couldn't get a touchscreen on any configuration of the previous Ultrabook, but HP has made it standard with the new Spectre 13. HP representatives expressed their happiness about that because the company wanted to add a touchscreen option to the original Spectre 13, but couldn't do so. At the time, the company focused on making a thin and light Ultrabook that didn't compromise power, and apparently a touchscreen wasn't a feature with which it wanted to, potentially, compromise the design. But laptops have evolved before and since then, and so have laptop manufacturers like HP. According to the company's research, 83% of premium notebook customers choose touchscreen devices, and HP wanted the Spectre 13 to be an option for that group. My feelings about touchscreen laptops have evolved over the past few years as well. I prefer to use touchscreens on 2-in-1 devices like HP Spectre X360 or the Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Yoga. It feels more natural to flip the device into tent or tablet mode before tapping away at the screen, rather than doing so on a screen that's tilted at about 120 degrees. After testing many convertibles, I periodically find myself reflexively tapping at my MacBook Air's display expecting something to happen. While using the Spectre 13, I didn't use the touchscreen often, but I did use it. Touch provided a quicker way to switch between Edge tabs without me needing to swipe my cursor up to the top of the browser and selecting emails to delete en masse. Touch on the new Spectre still feels a bit unnatural since the display bounces back slightly when I tap the screen. I like to call this the tap wobble. However, the touch response on the 13 screen is great. I never had to tap more than once on an icon or tab to complete the action I wanted. As someone who still uses a non-touchscreen laptop as her primary device, a touchscreen isn't something I desperately want my laptop to have. But it is a feature I'd use if it were available to me at no extra cost. Another change to the screen will be seen as a welcomed option for some. The touchscreen comes in FHD and 4K configurations, with the 4K display adding $150 to the price of the notebook. The original Spectre 13 did not have a 4K display option. While it doesn't come standard like Touch,